You got something you should say. I can see it written on your face.
All right,
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Sitting here with Jake Reilly. Jake,
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, the umbrellas.
Oh no.
Was a clear indication of some of the hazards of outdoor dining now during COVID-19. I did get that on film, yes. And all right, we're back with Jake.
You know, as much as I would love to have some sort of message of optimism and whatever, it's just been really terrible, frankly. And it's been really difficult to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. But you know, having this opportunity for us to do the outdoor dining and have people, you know, still kind of move about and be people still in some way, shape, or form has been, you know, kind of the saving grace and something that's been able to keep us afloat. What I can tell you is I'm excited to see what it's like on the other side of this, because I think that things that were important to people before this are no longer important.
I met Jake Reilly about 10 years ago, and he moved to New York City shortly thereafter. He started out as a bartender and DJ and quickly became an operating partner with a hospitality group. Not long before the pandemic hit, Jake began hosting some of New York City's best rock and roll at his primary venue, the VNYL in the East Village.
I think that people will be happy just to go out and listen to live music and see something organic on a stage with a few people around. And it provides an opportunity for people who are in the hospitality industry, restaurateurs or, you know, event throwers or producers or whatever, to kind of get back to the basics of what's the food on the plate, who's the person on the stage, what's in the cup that you're drinking. I mean, we went from having incredible glassware that we're selling things into disposable one-use paper menus and disposable cups, paper cups to sell our drinks in. So at that point, it really does strip it all down and bring it down to the person that you're dealing with. Are they hospitable? And the good that you're purchasing, and how does that make you feel? And that gives everybody kind of a fair shot at coming back. You're gonna have to have a reason for people to risk it, a reason for people to come out. And I think that music is really the best way to do that. If there's no music, there's nothing really.
And with no stage or lights, there's little to no music. And that brings us to the recording studio. I met Jeff Berner in college, and I was in awe of his guitar playing. He's always blended a ton of styles for a unique feel and approach. In the years to follow, he would focus into production while also performing live with Psychic TV. We were in the studio recording my psychedelic funk therapy EP, previously referred to as the Brooklyn Sound Machine. And Jeff offered me a few moments to express himself, as he's been impacted just like the rest of us.
You might like to wear a suit, but every night you're gonna take it off. Leave your coat next to the door, right now it's time to find a real solution.
I mean, it's been pretty cataclysmic on all levels, specifically in the music world. It's really affected a lot of people. I mean, including myself. Like, I was affected by it. The this recording studio was closed for a few months from March, beginning of March, until we did a soft open in July, because, at the height of the pandemic, recording, let's say a 15-piece funk band was not really feasible. Everybody crammed in the same room together. I think the damage is still there. I think there's a lot of people who might not be, you know, as fortunate as myself, like industry like live sound or like live events that, you know, there's no venues open right now, or there's very few that are just figuring out how to do shows on rooftops, but, you know, there's no touring happening. People in the service industry right now, we're seeing outdoor dining permitted in New York, which I think it's important to support the restaurants that you and establishments that you care about and patronize. But, you know, coming up on the fall, where if indoor dining doesn't happen, then I think it's going to signal we're going to see a real loss of those establishments around the city. We're going to have more of those small restaurants and coffee shops and whatever are going to just close because it's going to be impossible to sustain. When that initial $600 I guess weekly unemployment thing went away, like that was a really big problem because you know, a lot of people I knew work in cash and weren't able to show that they were making a ton of money, let's say, on the books. So now, instead of, you know, pulling down that additional $600 a week, a lot of people who are were working in mostly cash or under the table are getting like $180 a week. I just don't see how that's sustainable for the long term. So I think that, you know, if there's financial assistance to just sort of get us through this period, you know, I'm very lucky to be working. We're here right now working on John's record, but I know I'm one of the few lucky ones that's able to do this right now. So.